Have you ever woken up and found yourself completely unable to move? Like you're totally awake, your eyes are open, but your body feels like it's locked in place. So that's sleep paralysis. And what most people don't realize is that this is actually a completely natural state that your body goes through every single night. And if you know what you're doing, that exact state can be used to astral project. My name is Steven Carva, and I help people consciously explore outside the physical realm through altered states of consciousness. Learning how to recognize and even induce this state on purpose is probably one of the most powerful keys to astral project on command. Most people have no idea this is even possible, and when they experience it for the first time, they will usually freak out and they will try to fight it as much as they can just to snap out of it. So every night when you dream, your body switches into a protective paralysis. Normally, you're unconscious when this happens, but when you wake up during it, you suddenly become aware of something you were never meant to notice in the first place. So in this video, I'm going to break down what sleep paralysis really is, why it feels so intense, why do people see all the strange things that they see, and how you can turn it from a waking nightmare into probably one of the most transformative experiences possible. So let's start from the top. What actually happens during sleep paralysis? In simple terms, your mind wakes up before your body does. Okay, so when you sleep, specifically during REM sleep, your body shuts down your muscle movement. You never notice this because your mind and body usually wake up together, right? But sometimes your awareness will kick in a little bit early and you become conscious as your body is still asleep. That's the sleep paralysis. But what explains all the hallucinations? And here's what most people don't understand. When your brain wakes up, but your body doesn't, it's expecting feedback, breathing control, sensory input, but it's getting nothing. So that sudden mismatch confuses your nervous system so deeply that your brain literally thinks something catastrophic has happened. It thinks you've died. That ancient survival system in your brain is interpreting the paralysis as the body shutting down. And once that panic switch flips, the mind starts generating imagery and sensations that fit what it believes is happening. If your brain thinks you've died, it starts producing hallucinations that proves this. And that's why so many people will see attackers, demons, aliens. I mean, it's your mind taking your deepest fears about death and projecting them into your immediate reality. And because you're half dreaming, those projections feel absolutely real. Now, I want to be completely transparent with you all. Before you even try anything with this, all right? I want you to fully understand the kinds of experiences you might encounter. Just remember, none of it is real. Let me repeat that again. None of it is real, okay? Now that we've established that, let's carry on. So what are some of the things that you might experience? Well, first, we have the shadowy figures, which are common. Some people report hearing whispers right next to their ears or voices. Others may hear loud bangs, a humming sound, distorted faces. People might feel someone touching them, like running their fingers across their arms, all that type of stuff, even like a pressure on your chest. All your senses can be engaged during sleep paralysis. So you might smell like strange odors or feel cold or hot patches of air. Your mind and body are simply caught between worlds, and it's projecting your deepest fears onto the canvas of your bedroom. Now, after all this said, I actually have some good news for you. With almost 30 years of personally experiencing sleep paralysis and continuously using it to induce astral projections, I can tell you with full confidence that I have never really encountered anything truly terrifying, honestly. Probably occasional auditory sensations, like whispers in my ear. It all comes down to your understanding of sleep paralysis, and when you know exactly what's happening and why it's happening, your mind has no reason to project fear onto your bedroom. Most of the time, what you'll experience are just simply like body sensations, like the paralysis itself, maybe some vibrations, usually other non-scary symptoms. Now, I want to share a story that's deeply personal to me, a perfect example of the kind of intense hallucination that can happen during sleep paralysis. When my mom was pregnant with me, she woke up one night completely paralyzed. She could open and move her eyes, but that was it. And standing next to her bed was a dark figure holding an axe, and it was pointing straight at her stomach. She said she could see this being in detail, even smell the air change and see the reflection of the blade. She was absolutely convinced it was there to kill her and me. She couldn't move, she couldn't scream. She just closed her eyes in full panic and just waited for the end to come. And then just like that, the figure vanished and she could move again. So she told me this story like many years later, and it always stuck with me because now looking back with everything I've learned, I understand it completely different. So her brain, flooded with maternal instincts and hormones, just woke up too early. It interpreted the paralysis as a life-threatening event and projected her deepest fear, losing her unborn child, into her field of vision. Your brain is using the same neural pathways it uses when you're awake. So you're basically in a dream that's painting itself on top of your real surroundings. That's why people swear they really saw someone or really felt something pressing on their chest. It's your consciousness existing in both realms simultaneously. Okay, so up until now, we've been talking about how strange and scary sleep paralysis can feel, but here's the truth. If you know what's happening, this state is basically a cheat code for astral projection. Think of it like this. The hardest part of any projection technique is getting your body to fall asleep while your mind stays awake. So sleep paralysis is essentially giving you that on a silver platter. Your body's already asleep. All you need to do is direct your awareness the right way. So here's exactly how you do it step by step. Step 1, you recognize what's happening. Okay, so the moment you realize you're paralyzed, remind yourself what's going on. Internally say, okay, my body's asleep, my mind's awake, I'm safe. This kills the panic response immediately. Don't be trying to look for anything scary, okay? Simply just accept it, because the calmer you are, the easier the next step will be. Step 2, let the symptoms build. So instead of fighting the sensations, whether it's the buzzing, the vibrations, the body heaviness, the sinking, whatever they are, simply welcome them. These are signs your consciousness is already separating from your physical body. Now don't focus on them. This is important, okay? I'm simply saying let them be, welcome them, but don't focus on them, because this ties to step 3, which is shift your focus away from your physical body. Do not try to move your muscles. That would just break the paralysis state and pull you into a higher level of physical awareness, possibly even into panic mode. Instead, move your awareness to your astral body. You can do this by imagining yourself rolling out of bed. Visualize yourself kind of like floating upward to the ceiling like a balloon. Or you can just visualize the rope that we talked about in my last video. Okay, so you can check the link in the description below where I talk about the rope method. So look, sleep paralysis is not your enemy. You'll already go through that state every single night. You're just unconscious for it. The difference is awareness. Once you learn to recognize it and stay calm, you can use it to astral project on command. And the next time it happens, just remember, you're not dying and nothing in your room is there to harm you. Your brain is just trying to make sense of a rare state where your mind and body are temporarily out of sync. Once you understand what's really going on, you realize that what might seem like possibly the scariest experience you could imagine is actually the beginning of your multidimensional journey. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I also run a Patreon that includes a tier where you can have one-on-one direct messaging with me, so I can clear up any questions you may have or just have a chat, right? But I also run Q&A sessions, and I share exclusive methods, insights, guides on just how to achieve different altered states within the world of multidimensional exploration. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again soon in the next video.
Because I am more than physical matter, I can perceive that which is greater than the physical world.